all, welcome to our magic tutorials for chemistry. So we'll discuss today about osmotic pressure, but before going into the topic, you should know what is osmosis, what is diffusion, what is the difference between these two words. So diffusion means what? Moving from, the particles are moving from a higher concentration to lower concentration, correct? And it does not require a partition, that is SPM, semi-permeable membrane, correct? If two gases are mixed in one chamber, what will happen? The particles of the gas, they will mix up, they will diffuse into each other and they will mix up very easily. But what is osmosis? Movement of the particles from a lower concentration to higher concentration, that is called as diffusion. And for diffusion we need SPM, that is semi-permeable membrane. So what is lower concentration to higher concentration? So here we have taken solvent and solution. Solvent means the particles concentration will be less. For example, only water if we take. Solution means what? You are filling it, something you are adding to water, that becomes a solution. So concentration is more over here. Movement of the particles from lower concentration to higher concentration. Correct. So let's discuss now what is osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure, we are taking a vessel. I have written few words, there's 3 words. So we are taking a vessel which has 2 compartments, 1 compartment, 2 compartments. Tubes are attached, one is a narrow tube in one of the compartments and a wider tube in the second compartment. And the wider tube, it is provided with a piston, correct? Frictionless piston. Now in one of the compartments we are filling it with solvent, here we are filling it with a solution. And both the compartments, it is separated by a semi-permeable membrane. So this membrane, semi-permeable membrane, it permits or allows only the solvent particles to move through it. Only the solvent particles can pass through the semi-permeable membrane. So what is happening? As the osmosis starts, from the solvent, the molecules of the solvent will pass through the semi-permeable membrane into the solution side, correct? Now imagine the molecules of solvent, they are passing into the solution side. Okay. So what will happen in the narrow tube? The level of the solvent will decrease in the narrow tube and the level in the solution side will increase. Water is coming from here, so the level in the narrow tube will decrease and the solvent particles, they are coming into the solution compartment. So in the solution compartment the level will rise and the piston will move upwards or outwards. The piston will move upwards or outwards. Now suppose a minimum excess pressure is given on the piston. Some pressure is given, that means the piston is pushed down. What will happen? The solvent molecules will move back, correct? If piston it is pushed down, that means what? You are applying some pressure, correct? So what will happen? The solvent molecules will move back. The solvent particles or the molecules will move back into the solvent compartment, correct? So what we are doing? We are applying a pressure to stop the osmosis, correct? Or making the particles of the solvent to move back. So the minimum excess pressure that can be applied on the solution, correct? Where we are applying? On the solution to prevent the entry of the solvent molecules. some pressure it is applied on the solution side to prevent the entry of the solvent molecules through semi-permeable membrane, that is called as osmotic pressure. The minimum excess pressure that is applied is called as the osmotic pressure. Correct. Osmotic pressure, we denote it as pi. We denote it as pi. Okay. So, osmosis, it happens only in the solutions. So, we are taking the example solvent and solution. Osmosis, it occurs in the solutions and the movement of the particles will be from solvent to solution, that is from lower concentration to higher concentration. Easy? Okay. So, we denote the osmotic pressure. Why the word came? Because we are applying pressure on the piston to prevent the flow of the solvent molecules, stopping the osmosis. So, osmotic pressure, it is denoted as pi. This pi, it is directly proportional to temperature. Correct? Osmotic pressure is directly proportional to temperature. It is directly proportional to concentration also. So, pi is directly proportional to C, pi is directly proportional to T. C is the concentration, T is the temperature. Now, we will write it together. So, pi is directly proportional to C and T. To remove the proportionality sign, I will write it as pi is equal to R C T. Correct? What is R here? It is a constant. It is the constant. So, RCT, pi is equal to R into C into T. R we will keep as it is. What is C? Concentration. Concentration can be expressed as molarity. Correct? Molarity, capital M. So, I will write it as molarity into T. Now, what is molarity formula? Number of moles of the solute upon volume in liters. Number of moles of the solute upon volume in liters into T. Correct? So, we get it as pi V is equal to nRT, which is PV equal to nRT, ideal gas equation. There we are writing pressure P. Here it is osmotic pressure, which is denoted as pi. So, pi is the osmotic pressure, V, that is the volume of the solution in liters, N is the number of moles of the solute, R is a constant, and T, it is the temperature. So, hope you understand this topic, osmotic pressure. Correct? Where osmotic pressure is directly proportional to the concentration and directly proportional to the temperature. Correct? So, removing the proportionality sign, we will put a constant R. C we will substitute as molarity formula, N by VL. So, we get this formula. Based on this formula, we have numericals. If you go through my previous videos, I have uploaded few numericals based on this formula. So, thank you all for watching.